Hi, this is Lego Patton Films, and welcome to my new video for 2025. This time I'm going for the Draw My Life video, because I think a decade ago this was a thing, so I figured I finally decided to draw my life for you guys so you can get to know me. For starters, you all seem to know me as Lego Patton Films, or LPF, or simply just Lego for short, but you should know that my real name is Mitch Auer. Auer is spelled A-U-E-R, in case you are confused, but yeah. Well, time to draw my life and give you some info about my backstory. Let's do this. I was born in a little town called Cleveland, Ohio. A place known for its ridiculous snowstorms, and that's it. If you live there, you can probably relate. Let's move on. I was actually the youngest of the family and the only male one in the house, which you'll understand soon. I have three older sisters. The first one is Betsy, who was actually crazy, and Susie, who is the always the jerk to all of us, and Whitney, who is the only member of the family I actually liked. So, yeah, that's a long story. My parents, on the other hand, they're quite different compared to your everyday parent, and, well, at the time, at least. My folks are not very careful when it comes to how they raise their kids, especially me. They always end up bullying me and calling me names, which actually hurt me a lot, so yeah. It's hard to be a kid, especially if you're me. And because our budget is usually tight, we move a lot. We've been moving from place to place until we get to North Carolina, which is where my troubles began fully. Times were hard, and I'm always the frequent punching bag of my psychotic parents. And they always have a nasty habit of screaming at me because how autistic I was at the time. And to make matters worse, they always spank me a bunch of times, and it always hurts even to this day. My jerk older sister Susie is just as bad as they are, and she even picked on me and my other sisters, especially me, because she also hit me. Every time it makes me really sad, and my days at school weren't so very pleasant either. Because of my condition, I was not liked at school at all. Even the teachers are not very friendly towards me. Reason because my parents never told them about my autism, which is really bad and can go horribly wrong just like that. The school I go to was ridiculously strict. Even the slightest mistake can get you into so much trouble. Like if you actually hit someone, you get suspended automatically. I mean, some of these teachers are actually pretty friendly, but those I've been assigned to, not so much. Clearly, they're just working in schools just to crush hopes and dreams and break people's spirits. I'm sorry, but that's not okay. And it made me really sad with both school and family breaking me down. I became sad, and I've grown sadder and sadder and sadder until I've been as sad as I can truly be. It was rough. I never had friends either, but if I did, they always turn out toxic, especially in schools like this. If there's even really a God, I would like to ask, why the hell would he put me in a world like this? Honest to Christ. I suppose when it comes to my psyche, I guess trusting your own family really doesn't work out for me at all. Yeah, I'm one of those. So what would be of some help to me to forget my troubles? My two older sisters being either useless or mean are no help at all. So my other likable sister Wit has a simple solution to that. Yep, pop culture and film and television. Ooh yeah. It all started with Star Wars, which got me hyped for science fiction and all that. My first words were Star Wars, by the way, along with Thomas the Tank Engine, which started my love of trains. Yep, characters from both franchises can be my role models any day. Rest in peace, Brett Allcraft. You've created the best moment of my life. And the same to you, George Lucas. Thank you. I even get to gaming as well. I'm a big gamer, so go figure. And I'm also a PlayStation fan. And the occasional PC games, which I more often do, compared to what I used to. And I'm also into books, such as Harry Potter by J.K. Rowling and The Lord of the Rings by J.R.R. Tolkien. That actually started my fantasy love, by the way. Is that even a word? Let me know. To be honest, stuff like this makes me happy, and I feel more relaxed than I usually did. So much time has passed, and I just graduated from middle school, which is a little more tolerable than my preschool and elementary school years. I tell you what, me graduating from middle school is not the only good thing that's happened to me in 2011. That next great thing is what you pretty much expect. And that was YouTube. I started there as a viewer, and you can probably guess the rest. This lovable website had a lot of great things to suit all interests, including Legos, which I am a fan of Legos myself, as you are already aware. And that's when I discovered brick films. It can be any genre you can think of. For me, it's World War II, and I've been inspired by J.S. Legomaster and Snooper King and so many others to do some brick films. A lot of which is Lego World War II. I normally do that because my grandpa from my mother's side of the family was a World War II veteran who did a lot of engineering and repairing airplanes in the Pacific. He was the reason why I started doing brick films like these. Thank you, Grandpa, wherever you may be. In case you asked, he passed away the same year. Rest in peace, Grandpa Jack. You left behind a great legacy. Moving on. I even kick things off by doing a Lego D-Day video, which is a great start to my YouTube brick filming career, and much later on there's my Battle of Stalingrad video, which gained a lot of viewers and is actually my best work, according to YouTube, by the way. Still is to this day. During those times I started high school, which at the time I was a bit nervous, but I soon learned that things just got a lot better. Who knew? Compared to my other schools, I actually had a really fun time making friends. And there's plenty of them that seem to like me, including those such as Dwayne, Corchet, and Michael Spencer. Shout out to these guys. Hello, if you're watching this. There are even a bunch of teachers in my life who I actually liked, and they actually liked me. Go figure. A lot of them are very inspiring, by the way. Shout out to my teachers who are, if they are watching, that is. Clearly, this school is actually aware of my condition and are also really supportive and really caring, especially towards their students. And that made me happy to know this. If anyone who used to go to Northside High with me, thank you. Thank you very much. Let's continue. Before I get all emotional. Of course, I only go to that school for only 2 years, and I just moved to an actual proper house in Hartwell, Georgia, with my family, and I started a new life there because my dad decided to use the money he's been making to finally buy a proper house. Yeah, that took that long. Oh well. The next school I was going to was Hart County High. Such a nice place. Really nice teachers as well. I also met a lot of really cool teachers, by the way. Time to explain why. Occasionally, there are some students who like to annoy me, while others are actually rather friendly to me, really. I was actually fortunate to end up in a school that does not tolerate bullying. And that is really refreshing. Shout out to my teachers who taught me everything I need to know. Thank you. If you had some supportive teachers in your high school days, let me know in the comments. I'd like to hear your experience. I even made a whole bunch of friends, including a group of girls at lunchtime who asked me if I want to hang out, and of course I said yes. Hello girls, if you're watching this. They even taught me how to fit in perfectly with the crowd, and I even learned a couple good phrases while I was there. That's fantastic. Throughout my junior and senior years, I did a lot of studying and worked really hard to pass some tests. I even had a career plan. And that plan is to become a writer. A boy can dream, of course. Continuing along. Remember when I mentioned my older sister? You know, Susie, the mean one? Well, during my high school years, she met this guy who was of the United States Marines and an Iraq War veteran. And he's also great with computers. And that actually made her change into a very respectable person. And they even had a son who liked the same stuff as me and looks up to me and everything. Wow, what do you know? Though I never really liked my sister at the time, but eventually I warmed up to her with his help. I guess kids really change your world after all. That's amazing. Also, that one time my senior year, my science class and I took a trip to the aquarium in Atlanta. Oh yeah, and we watched a dolphin show, which is incredible, to say the least. Let me know if you've visited something like this and seen dolphin shows. I bet you have the same experience as me. I must say, I was amazed by the tricks these dolphins can do. That was the best experience of my life. And then soon after, I got to studying for my final exams before graduation. I studied as hard as I can, and with all that hard work, I passed with flying colors. And finally, the day came. The day of graduation from high school. It was the proudest moment of my life. Better than making friends or Christmas, or even exposing bullies. I would never, ever forget this day. Well, high school is behind, and my future of a writer was ahead. 19 years of my life well spent. And with the path of being a writer ahead of me, I kind of thought, what could possibly go wrong? Well, there are a few things that happened while I was in my 20s. And with the rise of woke culture infecting Hollywood and the gaming industry, the world I was living in began to decline. Less good movies, fewer people liking classics from their childhood, and so on and so forth. I thought it was nothing at first, but it all went wrong. The year was 2020. That was the year the infamous COVID-19 that occurred, and it ruined everything. During this pandemic, I started to question my existence and why the world is so cruel to me and to everyone in this world. I even developed a personal bubble for myself. Every moment of my life has led from bad to worse. My mom being her hypocritical self as usual, mean-spirited words and everything. Crazy sister starting to become unbearable as the years go on, and became the definition of the concept of making peace, quiet, and relaxation your enemy. It made me sad all over again. I lost my reason to live that moment. My dreams of becoming a writer were dashed. Almost like God is just lifting his giant middle finger at me and all others who are about to follow their dreams, and decided to make our adult lives a living hell. I hated being in lockdown. We all did. Even my sister Wit, who was in college at the time, sympathized with me and understood how I'm feeling at the time. That moment on, she became the only member of the family I actually liked and connected with. But before my other family members can understand what was wrong with me, it was too late. Not only having my hopes and dreams being crushed made me sad, but it also made me really angry. Not only am I angry with my family for breaking me down and crushing my spirits, and I'll do it again tomorrow, I am also angry at companies like Disney and Sweet Baby Inc. ruining my childhood constantly, and ruined all our childhoods, in fact. And with that, I got pushed over the edge. And on 2023, on my Discord server, I established the Society of Cross Pencils and began a campaign of resentment towards people like Disney for spreading their woke agenda on our childhood franchises and ruining them, and kept us from finding a place to escape to when we were down in the dumps. That moment made me lose my identity. And every now and then I get myself involved in other woke culture haters like Doomcock and so much more, and started supporting them. We began our fight to save pop culture and preserve our childhoods. by any means necessary. Not with violence, of course. Don't worry. We're not that desperate. While I was having difficulties those past 3 to 4 years, I felt like I had some chains around my neck. One that's filled with endless hate and a need to destroy anything that doesn't have anything to do with imagination, and punishing them for destroying it. The other, which is tempting me to be oblivious to what is going on in the world nowadays and ignore them. I was stuck with a difficult choice back then, but later that year, there is something that is convincing me to break these chains and live an independent life as I am. And because of it, I decided to break these chains and live an independent life as I am. I was still sad though. The following year, I started to have mental health problems. Unfinished projects and barely even uploading anything to YouTube. And nearing this past year's end, I even made plans to end it all. But I didn't, because I was that much of a coward for deciding not to kill myself. I didn't know what to do. But wait, I did know what to do. And this dangerous world needed someone like me to inspire them. Inspire them to live, to keep going. And even my niece and nephew needed someone to look up to more often, to make them feel safe in this world. And for starters, I needed to see a professional about this. I need therapy. On March of 2025, I decided to see a therapist. And my local psychology center is the place to find one. I've met my therapist and explained my entire childhood. And she was a great listener. And she is very helpful as well. My journey of healing has just begun. I got into groups and met some people who also had some mental health struggles, and I've interacted with them. Even did some arts and crafts with them, which was a lot of fun, getting into my creative side once again. I got the best support you can possibly imagine, and it felt great. Phew, got that off my chest. It felt good. I'm not sure what my future would be, but so far I found a way to make some money by sharing my builds through Rebrickable, and that's a great start. And with the blessing of the Vita and my sister, I decided to pursue my writing career once more. And I have everybody who watched to the very end to thank for it. Thank you for watching to the end. This video is one of the hardest I have ever done in my life. And now it's done. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe if you want to hear more about my past. And remember, if you feel uncomfortable with the stuff that is seen on the video, and if you relate to what I'm going through, seek professional help. He or she can help you. Just trust them and listen to everything they say. Their words can move you. Thank you. This is Lego Patton Films, signing off. Goodbye, and see you next time.